different similarities and differences between the two cities. For example, in Mexico.
In Mexico City, the water is more contaminated.
In Monterrey, the water is cleaner.
They have a greater amount of water.
Monterrey is a model for urban management.
The federal government regulates water resources.
Scarcity of water resources.
Mexico City provides bulk water.
And Monterrey has good groundwater.
Due to increasing urbanization in Mexico City, there's a lot of poor water quality and inefficient water use. Also, there is a very low share of wastewater treatment, and the health of the people who drink it has been a concern in agriculture.
About the water challenges like pollution, industry that contaminates a lot of the water that is used by their people, and not enough investment in companies that clean the water. There's also water shortage as droughts, since Monterrey is a semi-arid place, and water disputes between Nuevo León and Tamaulipas. They are fighting for the same water reservoir.
In response to the challenges that Pau just mentioned, there are two major programs underway. The National Water Commission has launched a massive US $2.8 billion water sustainability program.
Monterrey has good groundwater that supplies about 40% of the water demands of the city and generally are not overexploited because of the good connections.
In my opinion, I had a really fun making this project because it was fun communicating with students from Mexico City. It was fun investigating about water treatment here in Mexico and comparing it with the information that my classmates found about water treatment in Mexico City. So it was fun. Yes, it was difficult because we have some difficulties communicating them, and they had trouble communicating with us, but we had fun and we really learned something with this project.
What I learned in this project is that in Mexico City and Monterrey, there are many similarities and differences in the water treatment. For example, Mexico City has a big amount of water, but the water is dirtier, and Monterrey has a less amount of water, but the water is cleaner. That's because it is difficult to take care of it and it is very expensive. I also learned that there are different ways or methods for cleaning the water. I learned to work as a team because we're working with another city, and sometimes it is difficult because of the communication, but it is a great way of working.
In this project, I learned that water management depends on location and territory. For example, in Mexico City, they have a greater amount of water, but they do not treat it right and they don't take care of it. In Monterrey, we have our water scarcity problems, but we clean and treat the water we have. I also learned that Mexico City has a greater amount of water because it's a bigger city and they have more resources to find water and to store it. In Mexico City, they are starting many programs to treat the water properly. In conclusion, water management depends on location, treatment, and the care that we give to the water.
Throughout this project, I've learned many different things about water treatment in Monterrey and Mexico. I think this project was very interesting and helped us to realize about water in the city and how is it working. Also, working with students of Mexico was a good and different way of working, since we learned how to collaborate as a team and got a lot of new ideas. In general, this was a very good project, since we learned in a different way and have information that we usually don't have. But I feel this project, I got to work with a different method that I like.
I learned a lot of things in this project. I didn't know much about water treatments in Monterrey. That was a team that I didn't know much about, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the difficulties that we have over here because of the semi-arid place that we live, the pollution, the water distribution, everything that is part of this problem. And I also learned a lot about how to combat it and how important is water for us here in Monterrey, and how much we use. We use much more than that we need, but it's very important for us. So I learned a lot about how important it is and why do we need it, and all the things that our factories and people do so that we could be provided with water. And that's a thing I'm very grateful for. Thank you.
Having clean water is very important for every city or country. With this project, I learned a lot about how water treatment works and the different types of water treatment that can be used in the different types of water pollution. I learned also a lot about Mexico City and their situation with water treatment, and Monterrey and our situation with water treatment. It was very interesting working with people from Mexico City since it's something we're not used to do, but we communicated very well and we finished our project, and I think we did a good job. I learned that water treatment in Mexico City is different from the one in Monterrey because in Mexico City they have more pollution and they have to use more intense water filters, treatments.